star, get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on, get paid.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to week 5 of the Commish show. It's just me for a little bit today, and then I have a guest coming on. But no Sean this week, thank God, because we would not hear the end of his 3-game win streak that he's on, I'm sure. He just can't stop talking about it. It's really annoying, but we'll move on to that in a little bit. But first, I want to start with talking about Marcus for a little bit. There was a first this week in the league, and honestly, I thought it would be Warner to do this, but it was Marcus. Marcus played the Dolphins defense. They had a bye this week. So it's just, I don't know how that happens. I guess you just don't look at your team for the entire week or something, but Marcus, you got to step it up. We're going to go into his game first against Ray. You lost 131 to 47. Ray has more than 47 points. He has half that with 2 or 3 of his people. So it was just, he also had -2 points from his defense. So Marcus, step it up. You had Phillip Rivers on your bench with 22 points. Stafford's having a horrible year. You played the Dolphins defense on a bye again. It's just, I'm just disappointed. Wasn't expecting that from you, Marcus. Next, we're going to go to Andrew's game against Frank. And Andrew lost 114 to 102. It's a good win by Frank again. Only 7 points from his running backs, which is a little bit questionable. But, you know, win's a win. Frank's been doing it all season, all year. Just gets those close wins, those low-scoring wins. He's got a good team. Willie Snead had a great week, and Emmanuel Sanders, 2 of his top wide receivers, both had 22 points. His quarterback is playing all right, and Frank's looking good. Eifert had a great week for Andrew. Without that, it would have been bad. It would have just been a bad week for him. So this next game, I think we'll welcome in our guest. And that's Mike. He's going to talk about his win against Tony.
Nice to be here. Hi, Mom.
All right, Mike. So you gave it to Tony this week.
I did give it to Tony.
Let's hear about it.
You know, I started off, the games was slow. I was hoping Tyrod Taylor would come in late, and he did with the rushing yards and the touchdown. Tony's team just never got started. He had Bell, who came in with 24 points, and that's about all he had. He had 1 touchdown through all of his players.
Yeah, and that Bell came in on Monday night, too. So
yeah, that was late
nothing
points
happened
right there. And I beat him without a defense either. I have to put that out there. My defense was also on a bye, and I played him. I wanted to give Tony, a chance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah,
when you're up, give him a chance.
When you're up that much, I'm sure you could have went out and got one of the defenses playing on Monday night, but
absolutely,
there's really no need when you're up by that much. And Tony, that's 2 losses in a row. It's not looking good for you. So turn that around. Was it his first loss?
I think that was.
All right, Tony, it's your first loss. You're all right then.
I'm happy to hand you your first loss.
Yeah, Tony, it's all right. You were looking like the MVP for a while, but you're dropping back. Now we'll talk about another potential MVP, Warner. Warner beats Robert 161 to 147.
Man, Warner keeps impressing me each
Me
week.
too. It's unbelievable. But
the draft he had was good. He drafted Brady and Gronkowski, which is 2 solid players, but they cannot keep producing. I guess. I don't think so.
And the same with Devontae Freeman. He picked up off waivers.
That's a great pickup. I'm impressed by his season so far.
Yeah, he did great. And you know what? Robert again. He's just getting crushed. This is the 3rd time he's played the team with high points.
Just about if Robert would have played any other team, he would have beat him. But he played Warner, who had 161 to Robert's 147.
And yeah, Robert had a great week as well. 24 points from his defense. That's got to be that might be the most from the defense we've seen. Except Warner's had 25 right next to it.
Warner's had 25.
Who would have thought it? That's great. But again, Robert again with some points on his bench. He's just got a high-scoring team. It's tough to choose who's going to have a good week, who's not.
It's not like Robert's players aren't producing. They are. They're just he's going against players who are just playing a little bit better.
Exactly. It's tough. Next, we'll move on. Me against Dustin, and of course I beat him. Dustin doesn't have a win.
Dustin is he's struggling.
Yeah, but you know what? He had 52 points from 2 of his players combined, his 2 top scorers.
Absolutely.
And that's all right. Dion Lewis, who when we drafted him, no one really knew what he was picking. I don't even think he knew, to be honest, with his draft and his team.
But he did draft him, and he must have known something, that he would come in and,
Maybe he just did one of these and just picked the name on the draft sheet, so that could be possible too. But I took it to him. Andrew Luck was hurt again. Blake Bortles came up clutch for me.
He did. He had a great week.
4 touchdowns, so that's always good. I had some points on my bench, but not bad.
Looks like Dustin had 17 points from Yeldon on his bench too.
Oh yeah, I was happy. I was watching that game.
But normally you're not going to play Yeldon over Lacey.
I agree.
That's just.
Yeah, Lacey was only 3 this week.
I agree with Dustin's call to play the right players. They just didn't turn out his way this week.
Yeah, well, he had 0 points from one of his receivers. Didn't have a catch. Didn't have any yards. So he had a receiver in the flex, so he could have shuffled a couple things around. Got Yeldon in there, maybe got some points.
Yeah.
Potentially have gotten a win, but he's getting closer. We'll give it to him. Next, I suppose we could talk about Sean's win, his 3rd in a row. He took it to Gunner, who they kind of had a little beef last week.
I wouldn't say taking it to him. He beat him by what, like 12 points.
Yeah, you're right.
He snuck out a victory there.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at his team, he really only had 2 people that really performed. Doug Martin with 38, DeAndre Hopkins with 29.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I mean, his defense got -3 points.
Yeah, that hurts. And then you look at Gunner's team, he had Julian Edelman, who's been having a great year.
Yeah.
He's got Bernard, which is stealing a lot of touches from Andrew's Jeremy Hill. Rodgers, you can't go wrong with Rodgers. He threw 2 picks.
Yeah. Not a lot of tight
can't
ends
expect that every week.
not a lot of tight end production here.
Yeah, 1 point from each of them. I mean, you look at the bench, you got nothing much.
Kaepernick on the bench for Gunner, who put up 20 points, but still.
Yeah, and you're not going to bench Rodgers. You can't ever bench him. If you have him, you're just starting him every week. But then Gunner has Ertz on the bench. He had 11 points to his 1 that he had played. Sean also had a couple. James Jones had 2 catches, 77 yards. The 1 catch, 65 yards for a touchdown. So that was a bit of a lucky play, I guess. You can't expect the guy to get 65-yard touchdown catches every week. So, and that's it for this week, I believe. So we're going to get into our segment descriptions, where I'm going to give Mike a topic. He's going to give me a 1-word answer or a phrase to what I ask him about, what he thinks, and then he's going to explain a little bit. So first, Mike, we're going to start with Warner's 3-game win streak.
Yes, Warner's 3-game win streak, and my word for that is
deceiving. What makes you think
Here's
that?
why it's deceiving. He's gotten off to a good start with Brady and Gronkowski, but what I think is, I stated earlier, I don't think they can keep producing at that level. Those are his points each week, Brady and Gronkowski.
And Freeman, too, these past 3 weeks. I mean, Freeman's had
3
at
players,
least 30.
you can get points out of 3 players, but every week that's hard to count on.
Yeah. Well,
I give all the credit to Warner.
Yeah.
But still.
Forte has been doing a lot in that Bears offense, though.
Yes.
But we'll see. I'll get going. Next, what do you want to give me, Mike?
All right, let's go with, what's our...
Go with Marcus.
Yeah.
Right. Talk about Marcus's win this week, or loss this week.
Yeah.
Which, Marcus, I'm so disappointed in you. That should be my word, because I thought you'd do better.
There's many words to describe it.
Yeah, but my word is pitiful.
I couldn't agree more.
Playing defense on bye, which is understandable, I guess, for you, because you won. If you win and you do it, it's one thing, but if
you got the players to back up not having a defense, then it's okay.
If you score 44 points or 47 points or whatever he had, and you're not starting a defense and you got people putting up zeros,
you're not going to win a game with 47 points in this thing.
No. Terrence Williams, 5 points. He doesn't have a quarterback. I mean, you got to do a little bit of work. Martellus Bennett, I like. Spiller, Marshawn Lynch, I don't even think he played again. Or he might have been on bye too. I don't know. I can't even think about Marcus anymore.
Marcus, it looks like you had a solid draft, but your players are just not producing. Your quarterback got benched. Stafford got benched. That's pitiful.
That hurts. Yeah, exactly. And for our last one, we'll go with Mike. Let's get a word about your win over Tony.
All right, let's get this right here. Now, Tony, you know how much I love you, but you just
beat down. I like it. Gave him the beat down. Tony got his first loss.
Beat down. I'm more than happy to give you your first loss of the season, Tony. It just brings me so much joy.
I know it doesn't bring Tony any joy.
No.
He can't even look at you anymore, but Tony, hopefully next week you pick it back up. let's
He's got
talk about-
he's got a good team. He's got a good team.
Yeah.
I'll give him credit. You know.
Yeah, no, he has a great team. I think he just got a little unlucky this week.
Yeah.
He actually dropped Hillman off. He's on the waivers,
Yeah.
which he's not getting. He's getting touches, but him and Anderson haven't been doing anything, and that's really been hurting. So I think he didn't really know what to do. Also, Robert's losing Jamal Charles. He tore his ACL.
That's tough.
That's a blow to Robert. But let's talk about your matchup next week against Marcus.
I call it a bye week.
Yeah, we call it the Marcus bye right now. We got the
Marcus.
Marcus bye and the Dustin bye,
Which Andrew plays.
Yeah, Andrew does play Dustin, so that could actually be very close. I wouldn't be surprised if Dustin got his first win this week.
I'm pulling for Dustin.
So am I.
You know, I want him to get the first win.
We'll see, but how do you think you're gonna do this week?
Bye week, man. I'm gonna pull out the victory.
Yep.
I feel it. You know.
Well, seems easy.
It does. Hopefully Marcus will,
step up his game along
play
with Dustin.
I
I really think Dustin could win this week, but we'll see. Yeah. But till next time, guys. We'll see you later. Mike, thanks for being on.
No problem.